Yo, what is going on, everybody? Episode 128 of many. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these episodes. I know it's just me talking out loud. I'm not doing interviews. I'm not doing conversations. Still trying to get a normal routine and getting people lined up to do talks and interviews and conversations and that. So if you know anybody who would be a good fit for the Grizzly Life podcast, maybe they've got a cool story, whether it be business, personal, financial, they've overcome some obstacles in life, whatever it is. I'd love to interview and have conversations and just kind of get some more cool stories out there that people can relate to. But anyways, without further ado, going for a little walk and talk here for you guys. This morning I was working out and I kind of had some interesting thoughts here on an individual that I've been kind of observing. I'm observing him go to the gym more often, something that he's never been familiar with. He's never really been involved in the gym. And one, I'm very proud to see him in the gym, busting his ass and, pushing himself in a different direction. But I've learned a couple things that I'd like to touch base on, just kind of go an overview. It's easy to get upset. I don't know how I want to say this. When you don't have many other things going for you in your life, and not in a bad way, when you don't have other hobbies or interests or things that you genuinely enjoy outside of work, outside of your day-to-day life, I think it's easy to be not happy. Now, this individual, I'm not saying wasn't not happy, living his life the way he wants to, that's great. But the attitude change that I've seen in the last 3, 4, 5 weeks alone, and the happiness and there's something else going on in my life that I am now finding joy in, was something very powerful that I think he is starting to understand too. Enjoys waking up early, consistently getting to the gym, which, hey, consistent sleep schedule is one thing that I tell every single one of you is one of the most important and one of the most underrated things. Having a routine sleep schedule, even if you want to go drink, even if you want to stay out, whatever you want to do, just have a normal sleep routine. Go to bed on time, wake up on time, and just try to keep that as normal as possible. But anyways, going back to him, he's been doing some really awesome things. He's been building his own routine, his own life. And I'm just very proud to see him doing that. When he's at work, he's got a different kind of attitude. He's got a different kind of swagger. He's got a different kind of, hop in his step. Now, I do think fitness in general, when you start feeling better about you, about your body, about your physique, about the way, I'm always a big, if I don't work out for 3, 4, 5 days, you don't carry that same pumped up feeling, that same my muscles are in check feeling. And so that to me is very important. So the reason I'm bringing this up is depending on what you're doing in your day-to-day life, finding things that you enjoy outside of work, outside of your normal routine, I think is very, very important. And again, probably an underrated thing. Some people bust their ass all day, they go home, they watch TV, they go to bed, and they do it all over again. Find something that you enjoy doing and just try to dabble with it. Do it once in a while, whether that's, again, get outside for a walk with your dog. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's an outdoor activity like golf or tennis or volleyball or whatever. Join a volleyball league in the summer. Join a bowling team. Do something that you find some interest in, and something that you can improve at. Something that's you're not required to do it, but you're doing it because you want to. When you start finding joy in these little things and you can do them somewhat consistently, or when you have the time, it's like rewarding yourself, right? I always say work out first thing in the morning because you've already won the day. It changes your entire attitude and sets you up for success the entire day. So I've personally been observing this, and I just feel like the power in it is amazing. Really unleashing who you are and who you can be and realizing what is possible. It's just, I've been very excited to be working with this individual, helping him get in the gym, teaching him how to work out, how to exercise, hearing how sore he is, but how happy he is, hearing how excited he is to wake up and actually come to the gym, right? That is the whole reason I originally got into fitness, right? I loved seeing people change for the better and improve their own lives, and it's just something that is awesome. So if you know somebody who needs to hear this, send it to them, get them in the gym, get them doing something they enjoy. Find, again, maybe it's going for a bike ride. I do believe it has to be based around some kind of, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's shooting pool, maybe it's playing chess, right? like just something that's a little different that you enjoy, that you're not required to do. You don't get paid to do it, but you enjoy it. Now, I do believe work can have this effect as well. If you genuinely enjoy and believe in the vision of why you're working and what you're doing and the mission behind it, and you can align your own goals and thoughts with the work that you're doing, I do believe you can kind of get that same effect from going to work as well, because you wake up, it doesn't feel like a job, it feels like something you were sent here to do, it feels like something that you want to be a part of and again, help grow and help do, right? So you got that going as well. But anyways, that's my brief little thought on this. I would like to give you guys some other insights, some other things that we've got going on, projects that we're working on, some basic business stuff. So the bar and restaurant, some projects that we are working on currently. We finally got our outdoor patio furniture going. Looks amazing. It's beautiful weather today as I'm recording this, and no wind, sitting along the water. It just gives it a completely different atmosphere. We also installed a new door in our bar, which is like a glass front door. Again, it just makes the patio feel like I should go outside and I should enjoy the weather. So 2 major updates there. Now, a new thing that I'm working on, this is new to me territory. We have done loans for our buildings and lines of credit to help our businesses, but we now are at the point with the bar and restaurant that we really want to excel the renovations and the upgrades and making the place a better place to be. So we are working on an FFE. I can't remember the exact term off the top of my head, but it's like basically what major appliances and furniture, what kind of assets does the business own? We're trying to get that list. Actually, I completed it today. So what we're doing is we're putting this list of items together that the business owns as assets, and then we are sending them, we're putting them into a spreadsheet, and we're organizing them by category, like kitchen equipment, plumbing, sinks, or whatever, that kind of stuff, right? We're organizing a little bit. We're giving it a value, a replacement cost value. So if we had to replace it tomorrow, what would that cost be? And then also a value of, what would the resale value look like? The reason we're doing this is, again, we approached the bank. We'd like to pull some money out. And the bank, usually when I approach a bank to try to get a loan or try to get some stuff pushed through like this, any conversation like this would be more of an open-ended conversation, like how can we make this happen? Where can we pull the money from, right? Like what is the best solution here? So we're talking 2 or 3 different options for a loan or an equity pull or a line of credit or whatever. So then they came back and said, get us this list of stuff, because then we have something we can directly leverage against, right? Like we can have a value that we can give you a loan for. So I put together a little business plan, like a 1.5-page business plan with like updated revenues and what the business is doing, and kind of like an updated projection on the year and where we think we're heading, and then additional projects that we'd really like to accomplish and could really use the bank's help on. Essentially, we outlined that. We gave rough cost of each of those projects on that business plan and on the spreadsheet that we created as well. So we made 3, I think, documents. One was the business plan with updated projections and what's happening and how we're ahead of schedule or whatever, right? Kind of like a basic overview so they can read it and it's professional sounding. The second document was all the current projects we're working on, all the projects we've already completed, and any upcoming projects that we want to work on with the estimated cost. So now they can see the amount of money we've put into the property. They can see the amount of money we need to continue putting into the property. And then we did another sheet, which was our furniture and assets and, the bar stools and the dishwashers and all of that stuff. So I just kind of like telling you guys that because it's like from the outside looking in as a customer, as somebody maybe who's not involved in business, you kind of look, and to me, I love explaining this stuff to just anybody and everybody because it's interesting to understand it. When you start walking into businesses and understand how things are possible, I feel like it opens your mind a little bit more to make more things come to life. So I like telling the person who's not a business owner how business works, how you can make this better, like how we are doing it. So if and when you decide to get into business, or if you hear somebody else talking about this, you have heard it somewhere before and kind of understand what's going on. So that's what we're currently doing to work on getting some money coming into, or a loan to do some renovations for the restaurant. So super excited about that. Hopefully we can move something quicker here. And then surprisingly, the biggest project that we want to do, or the most expensive project we want to do, you guys would probably never guess, but it's actually an outdoor digital sign. And what I mean by digital is like one of those signs where we can like put like video style ads on, so we can say, hey, well, actually, let me back up. This digital sign could actually have video footage of our gyms, so it's like an advertisement for Grizzly. But then also, my thought was, when you drive past our bar and restaurant, you don't really, it's like a family restaurant. You would never guess that, hey, that place has got a killer fish fry, or they have amazing steak there. Of course, as the image comes together, we'd repaint it. The blacktop's redone, like it looks like more professional, right? People will be like, oh shit, like I bet this place has got really good food. But right now, it doesn't have that natural appearance to me. So we want to make the appearance look great. But this digital sign, oh my gosh, I mean, we're still working on quotes, but I reached out to a friend who did a digital sign, which I don't even know if it's like to my like I don't know if that sign has all the capabilities we'd want. That sign was $50,000 alone. You would never guess it. $42,000 for the sign, $8,000 for installation, and it's double-sided. It does some basic stuff, but anyways, so that's like one of the major costs that we're looking into. I have no idea what it's going to cost us. It might be smaller than that guy's sign, so maybe it won't be as expensive, but anyways, you would never really guess what some of the shit costs until you really start getting into it, and we can't just snap our fingers and do that. So anyways, some basic updates on the restaurant. Summer's coming. We're hoping that everybody comes out and enjoys the water and the weather and the food and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, those are my only updates for you guys today. I'm going to keep my walk going here, but go out and be the best you can be. Appreciate every day that you wake up. Go and do something hard, embrace the suck, do something that you don't want to do. It's going to build your character. You're going to become a better version of yourself. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Kick ass. Make it a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you guys.